I am confident that I have behaved professionally throughout.
I'm confident I behave professionally at all times.
Of course, I've said I've behaved professionally throughout.
So Dominic Raab in the last few minutes has published his resignation letter. He has resigned.
Now, after days of dodging and denial, this morning the Deputy Prime Minister finally acknowledged formal complaints about his misconduct. But his letter contains no hint of admission or apology. This is anti-bullying week. Will he apologise?
She asked about the complaints. I received notification this morning. I immediately asked the Prime Minister to set up an independent inquiry into them. I'm confident I behaved professionally throughout, but of course I will engage thoroughly.
Everybody in Westminster knows about Dominic Raab. Now, Dominic Raab denies any bullying charges, but there are now more than 24. The front page of The Guardian, it was thought to be 8 before. Everybody knows what he's... But
all of these things need to be investigated properly.
If the complaint is upheld, will you resign?
I'm not going to start speculating on what the outcome might be.
I've spoken to people who are civil servants working and have worked for Dominic Raab, who have suffered mental health crisis, have lost their careers, essentially, because they've had to move and change jobs.
Figures that worked with you that I've spoken to have told me that your behaviour did amount to bullying, that your approach put the fear of God, to quote someone, into members of your staff. And are you confident that you're going to remain in your post in a few months' time?
Well, I've of course engaged with the inquiry and will not comment on it at all.
But only yesterday on Sky, a report came out. They claimed that they'd spoken to people who are part of this case and these accusations of bullying. They use words like staff were reduced to tears because they accuse, used coercive behaviour.
Well, look, of course I've said I'll fully cooperate with the inquiry. I'm not going to comment on anonymous reports. It is contrary to the rules of the inquiry for anyone, me or anyone else, to be going and giving media reports.
We've been waiting for this report by an independent lawyer to be handed in. Downing Street confirmed today that they received that report this morning.
Let's just cross to Rob Powell, who's in Downing Street now, because we have some breaking news concerning the fate of Dominic Raab.
Yeah, so Dominic Raab in the last few minutes has published his resignation letter. He has resigned. But whilst it does confirm that he is stepping down, it also takes issue with a number of elements of how this investigation into his behaviour has progressed. So Dominic Raab clearly not happy with the report as it stands.